Well, she likes talking as much as I do. I got a shout out today from Patriot Knife and Tool, and I am stoked. I'm almost ready to die a happy man, but that there would be no one to feed the ducks. I know you're hungry. And I'm making a response video. I don't own any case tested of the really good old ones, but all of these have the double X on them, and they're interesting. I found this one on eBay. The impression I had was that the seller didn't know that much about case knives, and so I got it probably for a fairly good price. I believe it's a 1960s, according to the stamp. I just checked, but you know, I checked and I read all of the information on the website, and so of course, in the end, I didn't really record everything. Certainly, this one was owned by someone who loved and appreciated their knife, judging by the excellent sharpening and profiling. I love the profile on this blade now. It did have some epoxy putty wedged into these areas here, and I just pinged it out again because it looked ugly. Not that it looks a lot better now, but I was thinking perhaps I can patch this bone, or perhaps just make some new scales. And it's got some pretty good snap. So, and it's, I guess, Coke bottle. Is that a Coke bottle? Or maybe not. That's just a Barlow, right? The reason why I say Coke bottle, I guess, is because it reminds me so much of this one, which is indeed a Coke bottle. This I also found on eBay, and caught my attention because it was made the year I was born, 1979. Oh dear, I'm sorry. You can tell I'm not very good at this. Hold on. I'll give her a wipe. Pilot run, 1 of 1500. I've carried this knife with me a little, but perhaps more as a talisman. Hasn't had a lot of use. Never sharpened it, I don't believe. I may have honed it a little bit. Oh, it's got another nail killer. Well, you have to take my word for it. It's got a secondary blade that I can't get open right now. And it doesn't say anything on it, to the best of my recollection. And here we've got a couple of hawk bills. A kind of knife that I'm very enthusiastic about. And this one I did reprofile because it was pretty bad and I wanted to use it. And you know, obviously it was like this. And this is very satisfactory for whittling. You can imagine, I mean, it's basically kind of like a recurve Warncliffe at this point, as it were. So also does a great job on the cardboard. This one, I believe, was my first slip joint hookbill, or one of the first, and I gave it up for lost. I had no idea what happened to it. I racked my brains. I thought I must have fallen out of my bag while I was out somewhere. And then my neighbor Jim found it on a stump or a rock in the woods a week or two ago. And he returned it to me, and I've just had it sitting like this. I don't know if I'm trying to shame myself or what. But this one is for you, Dwayne. Yeah. Hey. Sure, why not? Don't worry, Duck. Dwayne says it's non-toxic. And I believe him.